Hi guys, welcome back to Sacred Shits and how to navigate them. So my data or my storage isn't working, and so every time I try and upload a video, it just deletes it. So I was like, fuck, I guess I'll go live so I don't have to deal with that. I guess I shouldn't be cussing because that might look so funny. Compromise. It might compromise people wanting to watch me. So the messages I've been getting have been like letting go of the old you, right? Really letting ourselves transform and really letting go of things that are written in the sand, right? They're not meant to be. They're like holding you to an old you, right? And so I really think we're being called to let this version of ourselves go, and just let ourselves transform into a new person, right? And we're also being called to let go of people, toxic people, places, or things, right? And vices, things that like suppress our feelings rather than allow us to feel them, right? And I think you've been like feeling all these wands pointed at you, right? Like there's a lot of envious people around because like they're really envious that you've built this bubble, right? You're allowed to build this bubble. That you built this bubble around you and you're just kind of focusing on yourself, right? And they really wanted to get you in envious energy where you were insecure, like really not focused on yourself, not focused on this bubble you're creating, right? On this auric shield is what I heard. Yeah, because you're like grounded in your heart space. You're letting your, see how she's got green around her head? That means like her heart and her mind are one body, no, but they're working together, right? And she's just like grounded, but they're working together, right? And she's just like grounded. And see how she's holding an orange coin? That means like she's grounded in her creativity, right? In her heart's knowing is what I heard. Which is really beautiful energy. Like you're not letting anybody knock you off your pedestal or like your seat, right? You're not letting anybody humble you. But that doesn't mean they're not trying. And on the bottom is I heard spiritual community. So like I really feel like you're being called to connect with a spiritual community and just like really put yourself out there, right? Yeah, it's you're coming to the top of the wheel, but this is like balance, right? This is balancing stability, structure, safety, also with creativity. This is like work and play status, right? And then balancing light and dark and recognizing like you hold the power here to stand on top of the world is what I heard, and really own that beast. See how she's got like red dice around her, and it's hanging like right here. So that means she's stable, she's secure. Yeah, really letting ourselves transform, really like allowing a new us to come into being, right? Like, yeah, like step into this knowing because you're meant to share like all the wisdom that you've accumulated, right? Your lessons are universal medicine for people, right? You're supposed to be sharing this healing, this knowledge you have, this truth that you know. You're supposed to be sharing it. Like you're not supposed to be holding it all in, right? You're supposed to be sharing it. Yeah, this is like you were so protected. I feel like we're also being called to like step into our wings, our power, and really like embrace the God in us, right? And really like help others to do the same. Us like learning to balance our fire and earth is what I heard. Learning to balance, like, and really like also like connect with our guides too. This is what like we're learning, right? We're learning to connect to our spiritual selves, which is beautiful. I love how it looks like I have whatever on my forehead. Hello, thanks for joining, guys. Sorry it took me a decade to see that you joined. So then we have the Ace of Swords, and it's really like owning your knowing and like really like releasing it to the world, right? We're not holding on to all this knowledge we know we hold, and we have the power to help people. We're gonna like really step into our light and like lead in love. Yeah, and on the bottom, this card always makes me think, like, see how she's cultivating her light. She's like, and she's like enjoying life. She's like, yes, thank you for this beautiful human experience. But she's cultivating her light, right? And she's enjoying this beautiful human experience, but she's also lighting all these other lights because she knows there's enough light to go around. She doesn't have to be stingy with her light, right? But she will, like, club someone with that if someone tries to take that light from her, right? Because fuck that shit. Yeah, this is you owning that you have this song in your heart that you've been wanting to release, right? You could literally be writing a song, or like there's a story, right? There's someone you came here to be. It's in your heart, bro, and you just need to sink into it because you're meant to release this gift to the world, right? You're meant to help people like know who they are because you're so grounded in who you are that you help others to do the same, right? You're so set on your goals, your dreams. You're so set on making sure you get that it so inspires everybody else. That's really beautiful energy. I guess I should check my comments. Sorry, guys. I don't do live ever. Can we still be friends? Okay, good. Oh, now I don't know how to get off there. Oh, like that. Sorry, guys. I don't do live often. Well, maybe I should more often because it doesn't take up your storage. Yeah, this is us thinking into our heart spaces. This always cracks me up. So it looks like I have a little baby chin. Okay. This is like sinking into our heart spaces and recognizing like we have this immense immense amount of power in our heart space. It's 3:45 on my clock. Of power. All our wisdom is right there. Like all of our emotional mastery can be found there as well, right? As long as we align our head and our hearts, then we can like really set an example and like leave a legacy for people. Anybody, everybody. Yeah. So it tells a pretty cool story. Like this is just you enjoying life and like really tooting your own horn. I meant tapping your own horn or tapping your own drum, but maybe you're tooting your own horn too. You taking the fool's journey and letting spirit lead you right in confidence into a new journey, like speaking your truth or doing some kind of speaking, right? And you leaving anything or anyone that sets your emotions on fire. Sorry, flipping you off. And you're walking towards the sun. You're like, this is, and you're just like making plans to actually enjoy your life or do things that you want. But you might also have like, you help people on the internet or you have an online presence, right? But you're just making plans to let go of anything or anyone standing in your way of your sunshine, right? And these like vices and things that aren't serving us, like we don't need them anymore. We started them when we were in a vulnerable place. We didn't know how to handle our emotions, right? And then now we no longer need to do that. We don't need to use them as a crutch, right? We got to get rid of these crutches. If we want anything new and good to come in, we have to let go of the bad and old, right? And that's not always easy. Okay, some from this deck. And then I'll do some of mine, and that's where I'm going to leave it, guys. Spiritual communication. You really are learning how to speak with your guides and really like allow the messages to come in, right? Rather than like trying to decipher the messages, right? Because that's what we were doing for a really long time, is trying to decipher what they were, rather than like feeling what they were trying to tell you. Right? Time is trying to decipher what they were, rather than like feeling what they were trying to tell you, right? We don't need to decipher. We just need to sit with ourselves and the knowing will come. Love and wisdom. Like this is us, see how holding our heart space, because that's where our love and wisdom is. Like we need to heal our heart spaces so that we can live free and happy, right? And this brings us divine blessings, right? This brings us to the recognition that we are the divine blessing, not only for ourselves, but everyone else. The more work we do, the more good we do. That's like us creating beautiful, beautiful things, right? Intellectual richness. And see, he's holding that thing over his heart space. That's recognizing like our heart space holds all this wisdom. And while we have it closed off because of these things that have hurt us, we really need to work on opening it back up and like really continue to work on our chakra systems, because I feel like anybody called to watch my stuff probably is already doing chakra work, because it's important. If you're not, you should be, because it's amazing. So some of mine, and then I'll do some angel questions, and then I'm gonna get out of here. Okay, celebrate in silence. Privacy. It's okay to feel. Feeling is the key. Third party, people pleasing, insecurities, threat of over dependence, the communication breakdown, the inferiority complex, the perfect relationship fantasy, people pleasing, and narcissism. Isn't that funny? Because that's like different than third party than you were thinking, right? But it happens that way. Forgive and grieve past versions of yourself. They brought you to you today, and that's beautiful. Surrender. Life's a river. Flow with it, bro. Take imperfect action. Jump, bitch. You are abandoning yourself. Stop betraying yourself. Your inner child wants your attention, and you should give it to them as much as possible. Your gifts are healing, joy, happiness, gratitude, prayer, love, intention. Tap in and spread that shit everywhere. All right, guys, I'm going to leave it there. I'll get you some angel questions. So ask a question. Sometimes it pulls out more than one. Just one, I guess. So we have in the near future. All right, guys, I hope this helps. I'm setting the intention this reaches whoever it needs to reach, and I'm super grateful for each and every one of you. Have a great day. Let's see if I know how to do this.